Hi, I'm Jesse. Welcome back to my channel, JaffyDuck Productions. Today we are going to be discussing, reviewing, and recapping Supergirl, Season 3, Episode 12, For Good. It aired on January 29th, 2018. So, let's hop right into it. This is, someone tries to kill Morgan Edge and he barely survives. He accuses Lena of being behind the attempt and vows to destroy her. When Lena fears her hatred for Morgan will take her to the loser dark side, Kara steps in to help her friend. Meanwhile, after Sam realizes she's losing time, she confides in Alex, who decides to run some medical tests to see if she can find out what's going on with her new friend. Alright, we start off the episode of Supergirl dreaming of Rain and the other world killers. She sees three of them. She sees Rain clearly. She sees the second one that was revealed at the end of last episode clearly. She sees her face. And she sees the other one's blurry. So they're talking about, cut to her at the DEO, and they figure out that they can track meteor showers that came with, for example, when, not only when the Krypton was destroyed did the escape pods arrive there, not Kara's, because Kara's got stuck with Fort Ross. Sorry. But like Superman's and Mon-El's also came down with kryptonite in meteors. So, if she was from Krypton, Rain was from Krypton, then her pod must come down with some kryptonite as well, theoretically. So, they theorize that she's not fully Kryptonian, which is obvious. The not as weak kryptonite and the ability to retain her powers, even though she's not being fueled by a yellow sun. Thus, she might be a hybrid. Hybrid technology and hybrid things have been used to lead on Legionnaires in the future. This is all coming courtesy of Mon-El. We do not see Brainiac or Saturn Girl in this episode, so there's that. So, one little note before we leave the DEO. Mon-El reveals that later on, Zod is resurrected. I can't quite remember what the context was, but well, Wynn freaks out. He's like, "Oh, Superman killed him like years ago." Blah blah blah. Yep. So Zod's been resurrected in the future, which is great. So we go down to the L-Corp lab. So instead of going to the hospital, because Sam doesn't like hospitals, her and Alex are running tests on her memory in the L-Corp lab. So, of course, it's very expensive equipment, so Alex draws blood, has an MRI taken. Alex has great bedside manner. Sam's freaking out about memory loss, like what this could mean, like she doesn't like lying, and she doesn't like, this puts her daughter in danger of like her losing her job, or whatever her memory might be, or she might be dying. And Alex calms her down a lot, gives her a sucker. Yeah, that's some great bedside manner from Alex. And I'm glad to get to see her be a doctor every now and again, because she did go to school for it before she was recruited by the DEO. Now, cut over to Lena and Jimmy going for breakfast or brunch. They run into our lovely Morgan Edge. They duke it out. Morgan Edge says to Jimmy something like, "I can have my lawyer sue you for defamation of character like that." And Lena goes, "Don't you need a character to defame?" Which, both excellent lines. And yeah, I love the interaction between those two, just the bitterness and the hatred. It's kind of hilarious. Alright, and yeah, so Edge gets in his car. His valet takes a while. I literally paused it, wrote down, play do something to that car. And, well, Edge starts driving off. He starts going a little faster. His brakes stopped working. And, yeah, so, yes, the valet did do something. I was like, alright, that was kind of obvious. Anyway, so he's driving. Realizes he can't stop. Gets into the back seat. Pulls out the back, the seat in the back. Gets into his trunk. Pops his trunk open and jumps off. That's just impressively resourceful of him. And he just wants to live, so yeah. So, we cut right from Edge escaping to Edge showing up at Catco to confront Lena directly. Like, it's just silly and not really thought through. So, yeah, it's more than slightly ridiculous that he would go after her like that. But, yeah. So he confronts her, starts a war. It almost feels like somebody's pitting Edge against Lena. We learn later on in the episode it's not quite like that. Anyways. So, from there we go right back to L-Corp Lab, and it's Alex and more Alex and Sam. So, the MRI came back clean, as far as Alex can understand. She's going to send it off to professionals and specialists to make sure. Now, that's fine. She also draws some blood. This is when she draws the blood. So, first of all, needle actually pierces the skin, even though she's afraid because she doesn't like needles. Needle pierces the skin. She's able to draw blood, and she gives her a lollipop. This is when she freaks out and all that. Yes. So let's go through this next few scenes real quick here. So first of all, question about Rain being able to get her blood drawn. So if she believes she's human, is she human? So if she's Sam and believes that she's Sam, and if she's Sam and knows she's Sam, she then becomes vulnerable. This is a weird defect, and why I assume Rain and Hollow Nun are so afraid of this other half of her. Because it makes her weak. Alright, that makes sense. So we go on past that, we go to L-Corp. The assistant brings in Lena coffee. Lena drinks the coffee, she collapses, she's been poisoned. Hi, sorry about that there. I'm not entirely sure where I got cut off. I was definitely talking about the Martian Manhunter speech to Supergirl. So Supergirl's freaking out that she's not doing enough about the world killers. Martian Manhunter gives some great speeches. Some of the quotes I got here is, there's great power in being the calm in the center of the storm, a beacon to show the way. It's a great speech, and this is a very good thing for any super character, any superhero in general, but specifically for Supergirl and Superman. They need to be a beacon and of not just truth and justice, but they need to be a beacon of humanity. They need to show what is the best in us to us so that we have hope for us. Yeah, anyways, moving on, we cut to Jimmy, Kara, and Lena. They're all back in Cat Grant's office. Lena's doing better now. Because of what Kara did to save her. She doesn't know this. All she knows is somebody came and saved her. Anyways, so we go from there. She's like, I had a strange dream that I was flying and you were carrying me. It's very sweet. So we did that, and they revealed that the poisoner wasn't caught. He was killed. There was no exit wounds, and the bullet seemed to dissolve. This triggers a memory in Lena to something. She goes to LCorp office, digs out some files, and finds an old LexCorp plan for dissolving bullets. She goes to this lab. I think it's Thundercore. So she gets to Thundercore. Lena gets to Thundercore, finds her mother there. Her mother was leaving breadcrumbs. So somebody hurt her daughter, so she wants to get him back. Took her long enough to come try to kill Morgan Edge, so she was the one that hijacked his car, and then she's the one that shot his assassin, and then, by the way, shot his assassin after he had tried to assassinate her. But she also knows who Kara is. So she knew that Lena wasn't really in that much danger. Alright, I just talked myself out of that one. Anywho, so she offers to kill Morgan Edge. She goes on about how Lena is very much like her brother. They're both brilliant. But Lex was hot-headed and she's not. Goes a very scary story about how when in 5th grade, she destroyed a poor girl's life by releasing her diary and doing all this other crap. And I'm like, yikes. Yowza. So we cut from there, and Lena goes back to Catco, and she's talking to Kara. She's going to reveal it to Kara, then Alex and Sam show up. And Sam goes on and tells Lena and Kara and everything, confesses to memory loss, everything like that. And they go and they're like, well, we're family now. I'm like, is that really earned? Are you really family? But I guess we don't see all the interactions between these people, so maybe. The 4 of them are really great together. I like the cast, so yeah. So cut from there. Once she's gone, Lena Luthor tells Kara that her mother's going to kill her. Lillian Luthor is going to kill Morgan Edge, and that she has a plan, and she needs Kara's help. So yeah. So the 2 of them walk up. It's some sort of gala event where he's donating money to a parks, I believe. Anyways, so Lena comes up with a voice recorder, and she tries to get past the muscle. And so Kara distracts the muscle by going up and like, hi, I'm a reporter for blah blah blah. Can I go speak to your boss? And she goes to go around him. He grabs her and tries, no, sweetheart, let's go this way. And she elbows him as Supergirl, and he goes down. And she says, don't grab women, sweetheart. And I'm like, that is a line. That is a line. So, this is what Lena's plan is. She will only save Edge if he confesses. So a drone that's putting on a light show comes for him, and it starts firing at him. He dodges. Supergirl subtly pushes him out of the way once, and so he's safe for a moment, and Lena comes up to him. Alright, confession, and I'll save your life. So he finally confesses, and what it is there was a badge he was wearing. That badge was the tracking for the drone. She rips it off, throws it away. Drone destroys it, target is destroyed, and Edge is alive. So yeah, that's really nice. So what it was is, so Lillian shows up. She's like, why did you do this? Blah blah blah. Alright, I guess I'll have to finish the job itself. The drone comes up behind her, turns into the Lexo suit. Thank you, Win, for that name. Win fanboys over this suit. So Kara quickly switches over to Supergirl. Supergirl comes in and starts fighting him, but this suit is powered by kryptonite. So they're fighting. Lillian's getting a bit of an upper hand, and yeah, it's a very cool fight. So Mon-El decides to go help, and what he does is he has Winn hack the drones. So Mon-El shows up to help, distracts him. Winn's having trouble with the drone, so he gets a couple licks in, and he tells Supergirl, distract her, I've got a plan, trust me. So Supergirl takes her down, distracts her, and next thing you know, Winn's got the hacks, and Mon-El's riding the drone that attacked, specifically the drone that attacked Morgan Edge, and I have it written down as Mon-El drone surfs, and he has this drone attack Lillian, and the suit is damaged enough where it has to fall off. It does, so yeah, Morgan Edge gets arrested because of his confession. Lillian Luthor gets arrested and says to her daughter thanks her because she thought she could never separate the cold and the uncaring from things. So not the cold and uncaring. The cold and uncaring part of her, she didn't think she could separate that from the brilliant, conniving side of her. And now that she knows she can still be a good person and be conniving and still win and still be brilliant. She wants to do this, and she thanks her mother for helping her find this way. Mother's quite proud of her because this was a brilliant scheme. This was something. And yeah, she appreciates it. And so Lillian's like, well, you can tell me more about what you're going to do while I'm in prison. Well, unless I break out. And wink. This is the second time in like 2 weeks that somebody's joked about breaking out of prison. Alright, I like it, and it's true. They always break out of prison. Alright, so we cut through. There's a couple main points I've got left to go. We get the blood results back, and we get the MRI results back. They're completely clean. There's nothing wrong with Sam. Now she needs to figure out what's happening and what they need to do. So I'm okay with the MRI coming back perfectly fine. Why was there nothing weird in the blood results? Like, something should have popped up that this blood isn't fucking human. So I don't know. I'm very curious what's going to happen there and why those blood results came back the way they did. So, moving on from there, we go to Mon-El and Supergirl talking. He's learned a lot in 7 years, but he hasn't forgotten the hero she taught him to be. It's a very, very sweet moment for them, and I'm liking that they can be together without being together now. I do like Mon-El. Like, we've had some problems. There was some acting problems, but like, he's come back to this role almost reinvigorated, and I'm loving every scene he's in. He brings a little bit of energy to it. So, cue up Winn's results, and we find out that Winn has tracked down 4 potential people. All have gotten into accidents and things. None of those 4 potential are Sam, and which is weird. So that means 2 of them could be true. Now, I had somebody point this out. The only non-white potential one is the one Supergirl had a dream about, and is the only one she picked out and said, yes, that's the one. And that is an oversight, sure, but what the fuck kind of oversight is that? That's a little dangerous. That's a little dangerous. But yeah, 4 possibilities, no Sam. And yeah, that's the last little bit of that. And so yeah, I kind of want to know if they will explore. Since there's 4 possibilities, only 2 of them can be world killers. what are those other two? Just flukes of nature? Are they actual heroes? Are we going to get some more badass female heroes in this? I'm not sure, but I'm actually excited to find out. Now, this episode wasn't a great episode. It was some great moments in this episode, and I definitely enjoyed a lot of it. So, I would definitely give it a 3 out of 5 Supergirl shields, and Super Shields, whatever you want to call them. I would definitely give it 3 out of 5 for sure. I enjoyed it, and for a little, how do I put this? I've got more excitement for the rest of the season. They should really work on Rain, because that's one of the strongest parts of this episode, was the fact that Rain wasn't in it. So yeah, I'm one of the few times one of the episodes this season has got me excited for the rest of the season. I can't wait to see what happens with Lena. I can't wait to see what happens with Sam. I want to know why she's basically a human when she's Sam and not Rain. So yeah, that's my recap and review of this episode of Supergirl. This is season 3, episode 12. For good. Wow. Sorry. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment, and share. I will definitely hop down in the comments. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Like always, I'm Jesse. This is JaffyDuck Productions. Love you. See you later.